Alright, here we go. Back with some Red Sox playoff coverage. This time, Red Sox aren't faring so well. This is Game 4 of the ALCS between the Sox and Tigers. Red Sox are up 2-1, but it doesn't look like they'll be extending that lead because right now it is 7-2 Tigers. And the Tigers have finally found their offense. The Red Sox have gotten 10 hits in this game, but they don't have much to show for it. They've had a couple scoring opportunities, but only scraped together the 2 runs so far. Johnny Gomes is up. Looks like he is up against, what's this guy's name? Albuquerque? Nah, that's right, Smiley. He got Ortiz out. Alright, so Johnny Gomes is up right now. It's 7-2 Detroit, top of the 8th. And, like always, I'm just going to do this all live and unscripted here. Strike one right down the middle there. Johnny Gomes is like, why didn't I swing at that? Saltalamacchia is on deck, 2 for 3, had the walk-off hit in Game 2. But you all knew that, so we're just going to keep things moving here. Red Sox, again, it's unlikely that they'll come back, but I like to watch anyway. You never know what's going to happen with this team. And really, in general, this series has been hard to figure. The Red Sox have looked pathetic on offense for much of the series, even the games they've won. And, they're not really in this game, but they could be in the series as Gomes hits a pathetic pop-up to Iglesias. Hopefully he catches that. He looks a little confused there. Of course he caught it. He's Iglesias. So Gomes is out, 1 out in record time. And Saltalamacchia is up. He's one of the few Red Sox having a good day offensively. At least they're getting hits. The first few games I started to worry. So Saltalamacchia is 2 for 3. Let's see what happens here. If they can get a couple more runs, maybe make it 7-4. You never know what could happen. But, they got to start putting the runs on. The only weakness to Detroit seems to be their bullpen. And that's where we are right now. In that awkward kind of 7th, 8th inning where they're not to their closer yet. So we might have a chance. Fister, did a pretty good job, obviously, only giving up the 1 run, I think, to this point, and then someone else gave up the other run. And Saltalamacchia takes ball 1. We keep things moving here, so here we go. You notice I take the sound off on these television things. That was ridiculous. I take the sound off for a couple reasons. One, because it would just be distracting, because I'm trying to do the play-by-play, and also I just don't like Tim McCarver or the Fox analysts, but, not that I'm doing that much of a better job, but here we go. Saltalamacchia is still up. 1-1 the count. These are the moments that I'd live for. I just think back, as we see this pitch, curveball that was up. I'm glad that wasn't called a strike. As I think of this game, not that the same thing will happen, but I just remember Game 1 in 2004 in the ALCS against the Yankees, and the Yankees had like an 8-2 lead, and the Red Sox, I just happened to be filming as the Red Sox got a 3-run home run from Veritek to make it 8-6, and it was like a ridiculous kind of game. Now, obviously, the Red Sox would lose Game 1 of that ALCS, and they would lose the next 2 before coming back to win the series. So, 2004, an incredible postseason, obviously the kind of thing you're not going to duplicate. But this 2013 team is something special. And I'm not saying they're going to win this series. I'm not saying they're going to win this game. Seems even less likely. But, they play. They play every out. They play every at-bat. And I got to love that about them. This team is kind of a good combination of, kind of the laid-back characters that, led the 04 team to victory. But also just kind of the gritty players that, they're talented and they're just kind of goofy. So it's like they are going to gut it out. They're almost like the Celtics back in their championship era, but without as much anger. This is a team that has fun. Now, that did not look fun at all. Saltalamacchia strikes out for the 2nd out, so not looking good here. I would have liked them to get a couple men on base, maybe, see what happens. The Red Sox are the kind of team where they don't even necessarily have to get a lot of hits, but if they can just get a guy on base somehow, if they can, run out a ground ball, draw a walk, steal a base, if they can just do that and start something, usually there's some momentum, and then they'll start getting hits, but it's a bit unlikely now with 2 outs to expect, back-to-back home runs or something ridiculous as see, I keep doing that. Steven Drew, not J.D. Drew. That didn't look good. Smiley is a good pitcher, clearly. So it's looking like Detroit's going to even the series at 2 games apiece. I guess there are worse things. I just hope, the Red Sox do better against Anibal Sanchez the next time they face them, which would be Game 5, because they did absolutely nothing against him in their Game 1 matchup. Even though Lester pitched well, let's hope he can pitch well again. So it's 0-2 right now. Bogarts is on deck. Something tells me they won't get to him. This has been a really quick inning so far. I'm hoping they can keep it going at least a little longer here. 7-2. You'll take what you can get. That looks like a fly ball. placed in an awkward area. That thing hung up in the air forever. All right, so the Red Sox do absolutely nothing, but hey, I filmed it anyway. You never know what's going to happen. So just keep it here. There'll be more ALCS coverage, and who knows, soon to come.